One Zambia, one nation. You are watching Zanis News. I am your presenter, Henry Himonde. A look at the top stories. Authorities in Choma confiscate Eagles milli meal destined for Sinazongwe. Msaka Chiefdom in Mushindamo gets Rural Health Center. Netherlands trains 11,500 farmers in smart agriculture. And the Food Reserve Agency in Mazabuka has increased maize selling points. And now the news in detail. About 300 by 25 kilogram bags of Eagle branded milli meal destined for Sinazongwe District authorized dealers has been confiscated from a house belonging to a suspected civil servant in Macha Road compound in Choma District. District Commissioner Gamela Sigaleya, who rushed to the scene, found the milli meal being sold at 320 kwacha for breakfast and 240 kwacha for roller meal per bag. Zambia National Service Southern Regional Commander Mebin Mundengo says the records indicate that the milli meal was collected from ZNS Monze milling plant to its destination, but wondered how it was diverted to an individual's house in Choma. Details in the following report.
This house in Maja Road compound in Choma have been turned into an illegal den where 300 bags of Eagles branded milli meal was found being sold. A team of unscrupulous individuals are believed to have diverted the milli meal destined for authorized dealers in Sinazongwe District. The branded milli meal was being sold from this house. Choma District Commissioner Gamela Sigaleya led a team of security officers after a tip from members of the community.
The Eagle milli meal, first thing, there must be authority from District Commissioner to sell this milli meal, and we only give it to known traders so that at least the members of the public can buy this commodity at an affordable price. And unfortunately, we have found this milli meal in a house of someone and selling at a wrong price.
The officers from Zambia Police and ZNS have since impounded the milli meal.
We have confiscated about 300 bags of milli meal, which is Eagle's milli meal. We received information from the members of the public that here at this place there's someone who is selling milli meal, and according to the record, this milli meal was bought from Monze, destined for Sinazongwe. But how did it find itself in here, in Choma? So we will not rest. As you can see, we are here. I think all the security wings are here to make sure that we do the right thing.
Southern Province Police Commissioner Oxencio Daka confirmed the scam.
Choma Police last night around 23 hours, the 4th of April 2024, invaded the house in Macha Road, a compound, where they found bags of milli meal. This is a ZNS branded milli meal, which they were selling at a house at a price that is not authorized.
Costa Kimdenda, Zanis, in Choma District, Southern Province.
In health, the Chipata City Council has handed over 3 health posts in Luangeni constituency constructed at a cost of 1.6 million kwacha using the Constituency Development Fund CDF. The handover ceremony is held at Chimutiko, Sairi and Kampinde unveiled the excitement of the development has brought to the residents after a long wait. Area Member of Parliament Moses Moyo officiated at the 2 events. More in the following report.
The Chipata City Council has handed over 3 health posts in Luangeni constituency constructed at a total cost of 1.6 million kwacha using the Constituency Development Fund. The handover ceremonies held at Chimutiku, Sairi and Kapinde disclosed the excitement that this ceremony brought to the residents after a long wait. Area Member of Parliament Moses Moyo officiated at the handover ceremony.
Today, marks the beginning of a dream that has always been longed for by the indigenes of Lwangeni. What we are witnessing today is what the head of state has always preached, that accessibility to health should be universal. That implies that regardless of one's social status, should be able to access health facilities. Lwangeni should be one of the first constituencies in the province that health facilities come the next 2 months. Every person that lives in Lwangeni will be able to access health facilities within the radius of 5 kilometers. We are one of the few constituencies that have managed to realize the dream. And being the representative of Lwangeni, I'm proud that that dream has been realized. Today, we'll be able to commission 3 clinics, 3 health posts, and I'm proud that the president who you people elected, as Zambians elected, we share the same dream, that accessibility to health should be for all. He gave us the mandate or the privilege to preside over the affairs of the constituency. We are able to decide what we want.
Chipata District Commissioner Elida Banda was also present at the handover ceremony.
Inenayimirira pano ndinokondwa lero kuti takoza kuti tisegule chipatala chomwe boma pamodzi na member of parliament batimangira. Ichi chipatala ni chasu kumvwana, so ngati chinthu ni chasu tifanikira kuti tichisunge bwino seseka siso. And ndinofuna kutokoza kuboma ya a President Hakainde pakuti bakamba kuti sofuna kuti mwanakazi aliyense oko papira panja koma mchipatala. So tenti wapaseko, tenti waombeleko manja President basi wakipasa ichi chipatala. Ichi chipatala achileta bafupi. Ichi chipatala chititandize tonse tili mu catchment area yakuno kuchimtiko siso. So tenti ikeko nzeru tichisunge bwino koma soti banyanchito tenti basunge bwino nabe vai.
And Chipata City Council Planner Tobias Piri represented Town Clerk Aaron Kamalondo at the ceremony.
I would like to express my deepest appreciation to everyone who was involved in making this health post a reality. It is through your unwavering commitment, dedication and collaborative efforts that we stand here today ready to embrace a new era of healthcare services in our community. A health post is not merely a physical structure made of bricks and mortar. It is a symbol of care, compassion, and support for the well-being of our community members.
District Health Office Head of Clinical Care, Dr. John Perry, implored the people and members of staff to work closely and ensure that the health posts are not vandalized.
Ife ichipatala tashianjira na manja ili mkala ngatiba za umoyo department ya za umoyo. Ife ichipatala izachigwisa nchito kwati chipatala zonse iza yanga napo kuti zizarangira mapala yoyenera na thandizo iliyonse amene kulingana na mphamvu zamene na udindo amene anatipasa boma kuti tiyanganirepo athu ife amene tili kudera kuno uyu katundu ni wathu ngati uyu katundu sasamale bwino wamba ubewa nishitibwezi kweza chitukuka kumbuyo.
Meanwhile, Chief Sairi of the Ngoni-speaking people in Lwangeni commended government for this development.
Ndipo amoyo ntongonbera ngako tezeona monga ni marodo kuti pasaili bawe chipatala. Je mama kambira kuti ufanika mother shoulder tuziva kuti umoyo wa munthu aliyense uyambira kudzimai ndiponso tingapembezo kuti kusogolo tingankhale namochale popeza tonse kukufa je timaona makosi kuti nkhala ku exorbitant kuti akafa ufanika utwale kutauni ukatole kutauni kuti muzaike so tingakondwe kuti kusogolo matikira kunochale kuno kufupi.
Sylvester Shimba for Zanis in Chipata District.
Meanwhile, government has also completed the rehabilitation of Kashiba Rural Health Center, 2 houses and a water reticulation system in Chifu Msaka's chiefdom in Mushindamo district, which have been handed over. The project has been undertaken using the Constituency Development Fund at a cost of 1.9 million kwacha. Northwestern Province Minister Robert Liefu handed over the infrastructure. Also in the news, Central Province Permanent Secretary Miuna Mwanakampwe has expressed concern with the increased bushfires that are depleting grass, the major source of food for livestock and wildlife in the Kafue floodplains. Mr. Mwanakampwe, who took an aerial view of the plains in Mumbwa district, says it is saddening to see the extent of destruction caused by bushfires. Here's the report.
This is an aerial view of the Kafue plains in Mumbwa district. The destruction of vegetation by bushfires is evident. Though it may be a simple activity by fishermen who want to catch grasshoppers and birds, it is a growing concern for government. Central Province Permanent Secretary Miuna Mwanakampwe, who took an aerial view of the plains, is concerned that it may deplete grass for grazing of livestock.
Indiscriminate burning is a jailable offense. And when we catch you burning anyhow, you go to jail. And also one thing that people need to understand is that we have a drought. As we have a drought, if we burn the grasses that are supposed to be fed on by the animals, by the livestock, then we are burning both the livestock sector and the crop sector. And when both sectors have died down, then it means a human being is gone. So
at Nalubanda, District Commissioner appealed to farmers to put resources together to drill boreholes for irrigation and drinking for their livestock.
Kambo nga twauliha ng'ombe yimwi bamwi balijisi ng'ombe more than 500 twauliha na hili 200 twinzi imenda ahalo ng'ombe yesu nga twaitiani twahipa menda kunywa tabuhi.
There is another concern that farmers are selling animals at a giveaway price due to hunger.
And now coming to the issue of animals being sold at very low prices, we understand that the demand has gone low because of course there are a lot of you that are selling animals now. We are encouraging you to come together, and especially in form of cooperatives, so that together you have the power to negotiate a good price.
Shupekile Nkunika for Zanis in Mumbwa.
The Netherlands Development Organization has trained 11,500 farmers in climate-smart agriculture practices in 5 provinces across the country. Netherlands Development Organization Monitoring and Evaluation Advisor Kondwani Mumba says the trained farmers are beneficiaries for the increasing climate resilience in energy and agriculture systems and entrepreneurship project. Details in this report.
The impact of the dry spell caused by the El Nino weather pattern is evident from the crop damage and devastation across the country. This situation has driven smallholder farmers to possibilities of low yields from their fields, increasing food insecurities in households. Arising from this, the Netherlands Development Organization, SNV, has gathered a consortium of technocrats across 6 districts in Eastern Province.
We gathered a consortium of district technocrats from the Ministries of Agriculture, Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock, Ministry of Green Economy and Energy, and Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises here in Chipata, to share learnings that we had from the last 4 years of implementation and also talk about what the focus should be in our future work as SNV.
The Netherlands Development Organization has also trained over 11,000 smallholder farmers across the country in climate-smart agriculture practices.
We are very excited to have supported, to have worked with 11,500 smallholder farmers over the last 4 years, and to have reached indirectly a total of 25,000 smallholder farmers around Zambia.
And the stakeholders are excited with these engagements.
I'm very happy to have been part of this stakeholders meeting because it has given us an opportunity to see and discuss on how we can tackle issues to do with climate resilience in agriculture. As you know, a livestock subsector is also part of agriculture, and we too also play a role in ensuring that our farmers who are livestock farmers are able to withstand the effects of climate change through some of the practices that as a department we are promoting, so that they build up or they create that resilience to climate change.
Chimba Mwape, Zanis News, Chipata.
Now, government has advised small-scale farmers in Monze district to explore growing other types of crops such as cassava, millet and sorghum that are drought-resistant to ensure household food security. District Administrative Officer Goreti Balo says it is also important for farmers to start growing indigenous maize seed varieties, as they have been proved not only to be drought-resistant but also highly nutritious. She said this during the commemoration of the World Forest Day held in Katimba Ward. Still on agriculture, Lusaka District Commissioner Rosa Zulu has urged farmers to take advantage of the various farming initiatives established by the Ministry of Agriculture and other partners in order to address climate change. Mrs. Zulu has advised that farmers should consider smart agricultural practices to help enhance food security in the country. She said this during the Lusaka District Agriculture Field Day. Rodix Charlie now gives us more in this report.
Lusaka District Commissioner Rosa Zulu is calling on farmers in the district to make use of various farming initiatives established by the Ministry of Agriculture and other private partners to combat the effects of climate change. Ms. Zulu was speaking during the Lusaka District Agriculture Field Day, where she emphasized the importance of farmers adopting smart agricultural practices to help enhance the food security in the country.
Undertaking the following activities that farmers can access to improve their agricultural activities, and this is what we are saying. Under the Department of Agriculture, farmers are encouraged to access various training programs being offered from crops, irrigation, nutrition. I therefore encourage farmers to take advantage of these all-inclusive package and demand for services that you need to help enhance your agricultural activities, especially those services that will help overcome climate change effects.
And Ministry of Agriculture Senior Horticultural Officer Isabel Sakala is calling on the agricultural officers around the country to encourage farmers to concentrate on climate-smart agriculture and year-round crop production.
Irrigation comes in. So we encourage farmers to acquire irrigation equipment or set up irrigation in their fields to ensure that production is all year round. Whether there is a drought or whether there is no drought, we need to have something on the table. And this can only come in through using of climate smart agricultural practices and also considering irrigation on our farms.
Meanwhile, Joyce Ngolube, a Kalingalinga Zone 3 lead farmer, is encouraging the public to venture into backyard sack farming. Rodix Charlie reporting for Zanis in Lusaka.
And the Food Reserve Agency in Mazabuka District has increased on the number of maize satellite selling points from 4 to 8. District Commissioner Oliver Mulomba states that the move taken by government is meant to reduce on distances covered by community members to access FRA maize. Meanwhile, Minister of Agriculture Permanent Secretary Yvonne Mpundu says government will address financial challenges that community members are facing in purchasing maize. Still in Southern Province, the Ministry of Community Development Permanent Secretary Angela Kawandami has called on heads of government department in Mazabuka to support the ministry in addressing the challenges of crop failure. Mrs. Kawandami, who is in the district, said this when she called on District Commissioner Oliver Mulomba. Meanwhile, Mr. Mulomba has stated that the emergency social cash transfer will alleviate challenges faced by most households after a failed crop season. And lastly, on the agricultural segment, the district administration in Chingola has implored civil servants and pupils to embrace farming and gardening activities to improve household and community food security. The district administration, working in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, launched the District Gardening Marketing Day, an event which brought together civil servants, agricultural experts and pupils to exchange knowledge on agriculture and gardening practices. We have more in this report by Ian Chomba.
The continued quest by government and stakeholders to improve food security, both at household, community and national levels, has caught the attention of the district administration in Chingola district on the Copperbelt province. The district administration has since called on civil servants in the district and school pupils to embrace agriculture and gardening through the promotion of production units in schools and enhancing gardening among individual civil servants from their homes and farms as a way of improving food security and income levels in the district. The district administration has led by example by spearheading the development.
Has always said, even as civil servants, let's make an effort. Even if you have a hectare, do something. He himself is a farmer. He has always been encouraging us to do a lot. Even in the backyard, you can do a lot.
We want to see production unit, which is not mere rhetoric. We want to see it changing the livelihood of the school setup. I can challenge you children that with agriculture you never go wrong. That does not mean you should not go to college and universities. Go there and also have this other skill which is going to keep you surviving.
Education authorities in the district also remain committed to promote production units in schools and gardening in individual teachers' homes and their respective communities.
They have a variety. You remember promotion in the market? Are we together? So you get a good variety for you to sell your product.
Yes, in marketing there are two concepts. There is the selling concept and the marketing concept. The selling concept is whereby you just think of growing any crop. For instance, cabbage. You just think of growing cabbage. After you've grown your cabbage, you take it to the market, sell it.
You need to prepare a very nice linen for a plant where you can place it and then it grows successfully. With our Majesty, it grows within 75 to 80 days. So meaning in a year, you can grow this Majesty at least twice or 3 times.
The call by the district administration in Chingola to embrace gardening and farming among local civil servants is a welcome move that will trigger food security and improved livelihoods in local communities. Ian Chomba reporting for Zanis News in Chingola district.
We now take a break. We have more stories when we return.
Woman Thou Art is a program that offers counsel to the female folk, sharing real-life experiences and providing guidance to the women and young girls on necessary steps and conducts that will help shape and nurture a sober society. Watch Woman Thou Art on Zanis TV every Wednesday at 18:30 hours on the Topster channel, channel 6 DTT, and channel 458 DTH. How I Made It is a program that delves into the many success stories of different people from all walks of life. Watch How I Made It on Zanis TV every Thursday at 18:30 hours on the Topster channel, channel 6 DTT, and channel 458 DTH.
And now, education news. Rufunsa Member of Parliament Sheu Mulyata has commended the Fure Foundation for supplementing government efforts in the provision of skills training among youths in the district. Ms. Mulyata, who is also Lusaka Province Minister, said this during a briefing before the official opening of the Rufunsa Zambia Entrepreneurship College and Parks in Rufunsa. She has called on other investors to emulate Fure, stating that government has created an environment for both local and international investors to invest in the country and enhance development, especially in rural communities. Ministry of Education Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Joel Kamoko, who represented the Minister of Education, Douglas Siakalima, stated that the development can only be enhanced if skills training is encouraged among the citizenry, especially the youth. And Rufunsa District Commissioner Richard Mabena also thanked Fure Foundation for the works in the district. Meanwhile, Zambia Entrepreneurs College and Parks Director Benjamin Fure said the foundation is committed to working with government in achieving its goals of promoting skills training.
This is the Zambia Entrepreneurs College in Rufunsa District. The college is the first ever to offer training in various skills for the youth in the district. Lusaka Province Minister, who officially opened the institution, commended the partners on fostering development in Rufunsa.
The new Dawn government, under the caring and capable leadership of the Republican President, His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, is committed to fostering economic growth and development. Your government recognizes the importance of providing accessible skills, training opportunities in rural areas.
Director for Skills and Training, Benjamin Fure, said the institution aims at spearheading economic development in the rural areas.
Aim is not to produce employees. We want to produce entrepreneurs. We want to produce young businessmen and women who leave our college here to go out into the world and start new businesses, to build the necessary infrastructure, to manufacture the necessary products, and take national and international trade, hopefully, into their hands.
Students here thanked the institution for skills being offered.
The skill to help me in future in life, like when I finish here, I want to start up my own business, whereby I can be making tables, chairs, and so on, and selling materials to other people.
Minister of Education Permanent Secretary Joel Kamoko represented Education Minister Douglas Siakalima.
With more respect for ties, but those uniforms mean money. They mean skills and a very secure future.
Government recognizes craftsmanship and manufacturing as the key driver for economic transformation and job creation. Evelyn Masialeti, reporting for Zanis in Rufunsa District, Lusaka Province.
Still on education, the Department of Open and Distance Learning under the Ministry of Education in GBE District is impressed with the increasing number of youth and adult literacy enrollments. Education Standards Officer for Open and Distance Learning, Conrad Munkombwe, says 35 centers have been established in the district with an enrollment of over 1,000 students. Brian Kapuka now gives us more in this report.
The Department of Open and Distance Learning under the Ministry of Education in GBE District is impressed with the rising numbers of youth and adult literacy enrollments. Education Standards Officer for Open and Distance Learning, Conrad Mkombwe, says 35 centers have since been established in the district with an enrollment of over 1,000 students.
We are not only sitting, we are also involved in helping our youths and the adults who never went to school or who dropped out due to different circumstances. And as a district, we have opened 35 centers that are offering this youth and adult literacy education. We are saying that as a district, we are really happy because the numbers have so far increased. So far, we have 301 males and 732 females, giving us a total of 1,033 students.
GBE Primary School head teacher Oscar Kabika said the adult literacy program is also going to help adults participate in CDF programs.
When you look at the policy that the government is implementing under CDF, that is Constituency Development Fund, surely you agree with me that even the adults, they need to undergo some education because through the CDF funding to the community, they need to create some cooperatives. And that requires people who should have some knowledge, who should have some basics in terms of literacy for them to acquire some loans.
Annette Hazele, a beneficiary, has thanked government for giving her a chance to go back to school and has encouraged others to join. Brian Kapuka reporting in GBE District, Southern Province.
The Anti-Corruption Commission says it will at all costs protect journalists who expose and report corruption in Mchinga and anywhere across the country. Anti-Corruption Commission Director General Tom Shamakamba made the assurance during the closing of a 3-day media awareness workshop for Mchinga-based journalists held at Northern Rock in Mpika District. Here are the details.
After a 3-day media training, journalists in Mchinga province can finally get to work freely on corruption issues as they have been assured of being protected by the Commission. The Anti-Corruption Commission ACC Director General Tom Shamakamba has assured journalists of the Commission's support in the fight against corruption.
Let me assure you that all efforts that the media will put in place towards the fight against corruption now and in the future will fully be supported. The Commission is at your disposal to receive information from you that will help this country deal with corrupt individuals. You are assured of our total protection.
I can see that Mchinga province will have another face from now on. I see mindset change and change for the better. And I see us going to preach the anti-corruption gospel in all corners of this province.
Journalists in Mchinga province have hailed the Commission for the rare opportunity.
This community workshop has helped us build capacity in the media personnel in Mchinga on anti-corruption issues and how best to investigate, sensitize, and bring to light impeachments of corruption on social and economic development.
Peggy Gotinyu for Zanis in Mpika, Mchinga province.
Local Government Association of Zambia Vice President Charles Mulenga has called on councils across the country to actualize decentralization. Speaking in Kasama, Mr. Mulenga has explained that the decentralization policy is aimed at taking development closer to the people through implementation of projects at district level. Now, newly installed Chief Pembo of the Chewa people of Vubu District has pledged to work with government to foster development in the area. The 24-year-old chief said this at his swearing-in ceremony as a nominated councillor at the council conference hall in Vubwi. Council chairperson Vincent Mwale welcomed the traditional leader and underscored the developmental gaps caused by the absence of a legitimate chief for 14 years in the area. Devson Sakala now reports.
At only 24 years of age, Gilbert Piri has been sworn in as the new chief of Pembo Chiefdom in GBE District. At the swearing-in ceremony, the chief pledged full support of government's developmental agendas.
Chief Pembo is saying that actually I am young and I will need the support of everybody else in the GBE District. If GBE must move forward, then I cannot manage on my own without the cooperation of all stakeholders. He is saying that in actual fact, my pledge is to work with the government of the day. He will not do otherwise, but go by the directives, by the programs of the government, so that we can see GBE develop, as we have already seen things happening in this district.
GBE Council Chairperson Vincent Mwale welcomed the new chief.
I'm very grateful for coming to witness this joyful moment in GBE. GBE had no chief at a long time. That of course the chief now as a councillor,
and councillors were elated.
My fellow councillors and any other stakeholders who are here, few words to the chief Pembo. You are most welcome, and we are very happy, us as councillors and the entire members of the community, since it has been long. It has been long, and a lot of issues being done outside without any involvement, without any consent from your office.
Paramount Chief Kalunga Gawaundi installed Gilbert Piri as new Chief Pembo last Sunday following the royal family's settlement on him as a legitimate heir. Davison Sakala, Zanis, GBE District.
That item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, let's take another look at the top stories in our news. Authorities in Choma confiscate Eagles mealie meal destined for Sinazongwe. Msaka Chiefdom in Mushindamo gets Rural Health Center. Netherlands trains 11,500 farmers in smart agriculture. And the Food Reserve Agency in Mazabuka has increased maize selling points. Thank you so much for staying with us. On behalf of the entire news production crew, my name is Henry Himonde. Until next time, it's goodbye.